Hi everyone, today's DIY is going to start with these dog toys. Now I did buy 3 of them, but I only ended up using about 1.5 of them. And I know that sounds weird, but you'll see what I mean. At the bottom there are 4 stitches, so I'm going to take these small detailing scissors that I found at Dollar Tree and just cut those seams open, and that will allow me to remove the rope from the bottom. And I do that to all 3. Now, if you have a Dollar Tree that has the white nautical rope, you can use that. My Dollar Tree does not. And so that's where I got the idea to use these dog toys. So I unraveled the knot, separated the strings, and now what I'm going to do is take 2 pieces of the large piece of string, and I'm going to tie them in a knot right at the end of each string, and then I cut off the excess. There's the knot there. You can see I cut the extra string off. So this just gives me a longer main string to work with. So I'm going to fold the string over in half with the knot at the top, and then I'm going to tie a double knot, and this is going to be the top of our project. I went ahead and used some painter's tape to help hold it down, and I'm going to alternate left and right side, making these, I believe they're called lark's knots. If that's right, let me know in the comments. If it's not, let me know what the real name of it is. But I went on Pinterest and I learned how to make these knots. So I'm going to go all the way down, making sure that I leave at least about 1.5 inches at the bottom with no strings on it. As you are adding the rope to each side, once you've made the knot, be sure that you're pushing the knot all the way up so that the knots on the main string are tight. So you can see I left a good amount of string at the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and tie a double knot at the bottom. And I'm going to try to push the knot as close to the rest of the knots on the main string as possible so that there won't be a gap. Now I'm going to take this pet brush and brush out the strings. Now I think it's because these strings were tied and twisted in a rope that they want to curl over. So I took this rat tail comb and I just started to comb through it, and this helped a lot in straightening it out. You just have to have a little bit of patience, but you'll see that the strings do straighten out. And of course I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Once the strings are straight on both sides, I'm going to take scissors and cut out my leaf shape. You can make whatever shape you desire. Just try to make it even on both sides. Now I'm going to use the rat tail comb to comb the strings down into a feather shape. I decided that I wanted smaller feathers, so I repeated the process. But this time I took one regular string, folded it in half, tied a double knot, and then for the feather parts, I took the strings, folded them in half, and then cut them in half so that the feathers wouldn't be the same length as the main string, if that makes sense. And there is our small feather. Now I'm going to take these two chalk paints. This is Agave and Moss Waverly chalk paints. And I'm going to paint each of the smaller feathers using dabbing motions with two of the Dollar Tree foam brushes. This will make the strings more stiff, and I think it's going to help make them display better while they're hanging on the wall. They just won't kind of flop forward, they'll keep their shape. Also, speaking of which, I decided to leave the main feather in the middle, the large feather, in its natural color. And when I hung it up initially, these two feathers kept their shape and the main one was kind of floppy. So I did go back and just use regular Mod Podge to go over the large feather to help it keep its shape. Now I'm going to take a piece of the Nautical Rope from Dollar Tree. This is the regular one that we usually see. I unraveled it and took a strand, and I'm burning off the flyaways. I'm going to take one of the long dowels from Dollar Tree. I'm going to add the feathers. I'm going to start with the large feather. And then I decided I wanted to add a little something extra to it. So I have these wood beads that I have from Joann's Fabrics, and I think they're perfect for this boho vibe. I continue adding the beads and the feathers on both sides. Now I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue to help keep the beads in place. This isn't entirely necessary, but I just didn't want them sliding around on the dowel, but you don't have to glue them at all. And since we're already on the back side, I add a line of hot glue and I start to wrap a piece of the nautical rope all the way around. And here is our final project. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think about this boho decor made from a dog's toy. I hope you all enjoyed today's project. If you did, let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up. I hope you will subscribe to my growing channel, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.